What's up everybody, my name is Vincent. Welcome to Cryptolution, where we talk about everything under the moon in the crypto universe. Today's Tuesday, July 7th. Now in today's dog video, we have to talk about the buying frenzy that's been happening for dog on chain. Now when you're on CoinMarketCap or CoinGecko, you're probably looking at the price of dog. But remember, the price of dog is determined by the liquidity flow and demand that's happening on exchanges, which is off-chain. This is very different from what's going on chain. So we're going to cover it in this video. Which specific wallets have been accumulating massively, some of them quite suspicious, and also let's look into runes, because runes obviously are garnering more attention just due to the whole censorship war between Bitcoin Core versus Bitcoin Knots, Ordinals and runes versus BIP 110. Now this is garnering more awareness, and you'll even see a prominent website actually repost one of my specific reports on runes gaining that adoption. So I want to cover it in this video. Let's not waste any time. Smash the like button, subscribe to the channel. Don't forget to join us on X. Please be careful with any of the scammers down in the comments below. I'll never reach out via WhatsApp, Telegram, direct messaging, or email. So please be careful and invest safely. Guys and girls, let's get right into it. So as a reminder, ladies and gentlemen, we are still 6.17 million dog tokens away. We have raised almost close to 70% of our goal. We need to get to our 20 million dog goal if you want to continue seeing dog research, dog content, dog videos, all the alpha that I share on a daily basis for the next 2 years. As you know, for the past 2 years, I have absolutely just been volunteering. So this is going to help cover the support for the next 2 years of the next daily coverages for dog. So again, if you can, donate to this specific runes address right here, which is the dog runes address. But if you want to donate on Solana, dog on Solana, feel free to DM me and I'll give you my wallet address for that as well. But let's raise the 6.17 million dog tokens, ladies and gentlemen, because there are some prizes as well for the top 3 donors. So keep that in mind, check out these rewards right here, and let's get right into it. As you know, LIFO FIFO built a compatible 110 envelope parser, which basically allows for ordinals and runes to basically be integrated with the whole BIP 110 soft fork. So Casey Rodmore, the creator of Ordinals and Runes, says, looks good to me. Let's wait until BIP 110 activates to merge this. So again, BIP 110 doesn't actually stop Ordinals and Runes trading. It just allows for a different way for Ordinals and Runes to kind of go around the curb and just find a new way in. So unfortunately, the BIP 110 people are still kind of coping with this type of thing, and they most likely are going to block these people. Now let's talk about why a lot of this controversy and also censorship wars actually garnered more attention towards Bitcoin Runes. Rider Wallet says that Bitcoin Runes has reached its 2-year mark, and while activity has normalized from peak levels, the protocol still shows up during network surges, reinforcing its role as a recurring driver of Bitcoin block space demand. 2 years later, Runes isn't fading, it's embedded in the Bitcoin's ongoing on-chain economy. That's absolutely true. And you definitely have to read this article. It's actually very informative. But no matter what you try to do, Bitcoin runes and ordinals are always going to be around. And some people don't like change. And when people don't like change, they're not willing to change their perspective and be open to new ideas. And unfortunately, the people that follow the specific cult-like following within this BIP 110, they're going to continue living in that mindset, unfortunately. So let's also cover some other things. So CoinGecko, you probably know them. They have a lot of followers on Twitter, but they also have a website that's almost very similar to CoinMarketCap, where you can see the price of specific assets. Now, what you'll notice is that CoinGecko typically only shares and posts through their own account. As you can see, it's all CoinGecko. But if you scroll further down, what have you noticed that they've reposted? Well, check it out. So further down, you'll see that they actually reposted one of my specific mentions regarding CoinGecko reporting on Bitcoin runes. And that's because they have a new API that supports basically the historical DEX data, real-time streaming, and analytics across 250 blockchain networks. And as you can see, Dog, Mim, Pups, Billy, Gizmo, Gob, they're all in here, right? So again, CoinGecko is recognizing how big this is. Basically, Bitcoin runes are not going anywhere. And that's why it's really important to see, like, if CoinGecko is seeing this, that means this trend is not dying. It is actually getting more stronger by the day thanks to the censorship war. Now yesterday, shout out to B in Crypto, they said meme coins are hitting differently right now. Dog is up 9% in the last week. riding the frenzy. And obviously he was reporting basically what I had shared with everybody. The second largest holder of dog on Solana has been accumulating aggressively. And I'll share that with you in just a little bit. But notice that they reported the price of dog at roughly around 63 million market cap. Right now it's at 64 million market cap. So it's continuing to go higher. Now let's talk about this specific wallet. Again, we're talking about the buying frenzy on dog on chain, not off chain. On chain, we just saw a wallet accumulate roughly 131 million dog tokens. Now, what's really interesting is that they also have, in total with the 151 million dog tokens. And this specific wallet has actually had some transfers to Binance. Now, this may not be Binance themselves. This just could be some user that uses Binance. Basically, this is a person outside the United States since Binance is not allowed for any US customers. So nonetheless, there's people outside the US, probably in Asia, accumulating dog. So I just think that this is really cool, right? And either way, it just goes to show that massive buying pressure is happening on chain. And I can confirm that going on with the second largest holder of dog on Solana. Now, when I look at their history, they've been accumulating, but every now and then they'll do a little sell. So this one's around 907,000 dog. That's roughly around $500, but it makes up for that price every single time by dog cost averaging every single day. Now you'll notice that over the past month, they just been massively accumulating. Look at that, all green, all massive buy orders, and it keeps going on. So now they roughly own around 302 million dog tokens. So that's around 195,000 US dollars. Now when I go to the specific wallet, again, it's so crazy. Now this wallet uses something called Fireblocks custody. So we don't know exactly who it is, but they own a lot of assets. So when I scroll down, what is their largest token holding? Well, it's going to be USDT. They have 1.6 million. USDC, 975,000 US dollars. Render token, $500,000. Official Trump token, $253,000. Then there's dog out of nowhere. Why? Why is dog one of their largest holdings? So overall, this wallet actually has around $5.8 million worth of assets. And they actually have exchanges between OKX, Bybit, Binance, Coinbase. This is their history, right? MEXC, OKX. So what is this wallet? Why is this wallet holding and accumulating a lot of dog? What for? What reason? Is this one person? Is this an institution? So I actually would ask the community, if you have time, do some research, find out for me what this wallet is all about. Why is it the second largest holder of dog on Solana? Why is it accumulating? What's it up to? I want to hear your thoughts down below. Okay, so this is dog right now in terms of the charting and analysis. Now, as you see, with dog right now in the MACD is trending upwards into the buyer's market. So there is some strength going on right now for dog Bitcoin. So to me, this is all looking like it wants to head upwards, right? But there's going to be some resistance because I'm sure some powerful forces don't want that to happen. And I'm sure there's some people out there placing limit sell orders at specific price points, preventing dog from going up. So when I go over to TradingView on CoinMarketCap, again, this is the 50-day moving average line, which is the green line, and the 200-day moving average line, which is the orange line. The 50-day moving average line looks like it is the resistance level for dog price. Dog price really wants to break out of this immediately. As you can see, it's meeting that resistance level 1, 2, 3 days in a row. If we break out of this, then I could expect dog to go up much higher. How high? It could actually go up to 80 million market cap really quickly. And then, as I shared in yesterday's video, someone bought roughly around 30,000 US dollars worth of dog on Kraken. That sent dog price to 75 million market cap in a quick candlestick, but now there was a wick from that. So this is why the liquidity order that's happening on the exchanges is a 2% depth difference. That 2% is very low. That's why whenever somebody buys 30,000 or more, it sharply reflects in the dog price. And that's the benefit. Really, we're just waiting for that spark that just happens out of nowhere, and it can happen really quickly. So until then, this is why you're seeing massive buying frenzies happening on chain. That's different from what's happening off chain. So now you know. Now, before we end this video, again, I would really appreciate it if you have some time, please donate as much as you can to this specific cause. If it's 100,000 dog, 300,000 dog, 500,000 dog, and if you're a legend out there donating 1 million dog, we can reach our goal of raising that $6.17 million remaining, ladies and gentlemen. And I need your help to do this. If you want to get all the alpha and updates that I do on a daily basis for Dog, both on X and on YouTube, I'd really appreciate it if you could support this specific cause. Remember, the Dog Bitcoin address is right here. And if you want to donate Dog on Solana, send me a DM message on my X account and we're sorted out that way. And we'll also add your X handle to the leadership board. So with that said, please support the channel by smashing that like button, subscribe to the channel. Don't forget to join us on X to receive all of our alpha calls and updates regarding Dog Moon. Till then, see you guys girls next time.